Star Wars fans were ablaze yesterday when they saw the news dropping from Ubisoft about their new open world game entitled Outlaws. But it also has fans upset, some even saying it's just a Star Wars skin on an Uncharted game.
The Force will be with you always.
Hit that like button and let's take a look at this cinematic trailer together.
These are dangerous times. At least that's what I hear. The Empire? They're everywhere. But the world here belongs to the syndicates. If I want to survive, I have to play their game. Looks like I'm all in.
She's in here somewhere.
On second thought, I'm out.
There she is.
I've been held back my whole life. And now, I just need a chance to finally be free. Wherever that takes me.
I'm here to offer you a way out, okay?
Get off my ship, Jalen.
Give me a chance. You're gonna have to trust me. It'll be dangerous, risky. But if you pull this off, you'll never look over your shoulder again.
The underworld shows no mercy. But it's a big galaxy out there, and I'm gonna risk it all.
Star Wars Outlaws, coming 2024.
Well, that's the cinematic trailer, and I've got some thoughts about it. And man, there were a lot of fans who had thoughts too. Before we hop into those, let's recap real quick what this game is, and maybe it'll help us put proper expectations to what we're hoping for. There's a gameplay trailer just also released at Ubisoft Forward. I'm going to play some of that in the background as I share some of my thoughts. Ubisoft's new Star Wars game is being developed by Massive Entertainment. This is the team behind Tom Clancy's The Division 2 and Avatar: Frontier of Pandora. The open world action adventure is called, as we already said, Star Wars Outlaws, and it's releasing in 2024. So it's going to be here soon. As you saw in the trailer, this is set in the time period between Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi, and it's looking at the seedy underworld that's going on all throughout the Empire and looking at these different syndicates. We saw the Pike Syndicate as one of those in the trailer. Players will step into the role of Kay Vess, a clever scoundrel in the galactic underworld. Kay, along with her friend Nyx, is looking to partner up with Jalen to attempt one of the biggest heists the Outer Rim has ever seen, all in an effort to start a new life. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I had hoped when the camera panned and saw someone speaking that it was going to be Kyle Katarn or someone that we know and recognize from the Bounty World scoundrel type of place, but it wasn't. I'm hoping we might be able to interact with some of those folks. We'll see. This project was previously known simply as the Star Wars Project, Massive's new Star Wars game, which was announced in early 2021. As a story-driven open-world video game set in a galaxy far, far away. Star Wars Outlaws is just one of many new Star Wars games in development. Developer Respawn Entertainment, which released Star Wars Jedi Survivor in April, has at least 2 more Star Wars games on its slate, a new first-person shooter and a strategy game. Skydance New Media has an untitled Star Wars game in the works, which is being helmed by former Uncharted creative director Amy Hennig. Quantic Dream also has Star Wars Eclipse, which is described as an intricately branching action-adventure game set during Star Wars High Republic era. And some of those games look really good, particularly the cinematic trailer for Eclipse looked really good, but we haven't gotten more information, so some people think that game has been canceled, but we don't know. My first thing I see, my gut is telling me I'm excited. When you say the word Star Wars open world, I get excited. But then I have to temper that excitement a little bit. And I want to see what this game is going to look like. I want to see a little bit more. If I'm being truly honest, I really would have hoped for some character customization and something more akin to what Skyrim was in the Star Wars universe. Now, that might never happen because of the challenges that brings with creating new branches and things that fall into canon. But honestly, if you would just give me a game and say it's a Legends universe and we had all of that ability, I think everyone would be in for that. So to put that on the side, this isn't what we're talking about. We're talking about a single player solo campaign type story mode game that's open world. Now, for some, they don't like that, and that's fair. You don't have to. That doesn't mean this can't be a good game. So it looks like, based on the gameplay, some of what people had either been happy about or sad about, depending upon your perspective, is true. This kind of looks a little bit like an Uncharted reskin, or at least very similar to the makeup of the Uncharted games, which is interesting because there is a Star Wars game being made by the Uncharted developer Amy Hennig, which probably will be similar to that as well, wouldn't you think? And as I was in the live chat for the Ubisoft Forward, I saw a ton of comments regarding them wanting to play, or fans wanting to play, a male character as opposed to a female character. Now, I think that people that have that as their deal breaker, you're just choosing the wrong thing. This perhaps could be a great story. Well, at the very least, based on the gameplay, this doesn't seem like a super overpowered character. Kay Vess is punching, it looks like a Pike Syndicate in the face and kind of shakes her fist. And it seems like she has to use her cunning and her different gadgets and strategies, and using her droid and her companion Nyx to help accomplish tasks and get through puzzles. I'm intrigued and interested. I think that it could be a really good game, but I also understand why some might not. We also get to fly. In the gameplay trailer, it shows taking down some TIE fighters and flying through wreckage to barrel roll out of the way and hit light speed to get out of there in time, escaping from the Empire. Now, I don't know what this is going to be like. I'm kind of pumped for it, but at the same time, like I said, this doesn't really feel like the open world game people have been wanting. It's the open world game that someone else wanted to make. Personally, I don't really mind whether the protagonist is male or female, though the internet had lots of thoughts about that, really kind of getting upset at Disney for previous things they've done and saying that this is all just part of an agenda. And honestly, we just got 2 good Star Wars games with Cal Kestis as the main protagonist, so it's not that big a deal that now it's, what's her name? Kay Vess. That's okay. As long as the story is good and the gameplay mechanics are awesome, no one should really care. Now, there's a bigger problem here that kind of underlines all of this, and it has to do with the developer Ubisoft. If you don't know much about this developer, there's fair reason for fear and criticism about this game based on who's making it. A survey by Rave Reviews found that Ubisoft is the most criticized gaming brand worldwide. This may be due to Ubisoft's bad habits, poor execution, and questionable decisions regarding beloved franchises. Additionally, the brand has been involved in several scandals. Several Ubisoft executives have stepped down as a result of investigations into toxic management practices, sexual harassment allegations, and workplace misconduct. An anonymous survey of 14,000 employees resulted in showing that 25% of Ubisoft's employees had experienced or witnessed some form of workplace misconduct, while 20% reported they didn't feel fully respected or safe in the workplace. Ubisoft in the past has been criticized for adding microtransactions to full-priced games, such as Time Savers and Assassin's Creed Odyssey, and that has angered many gamers. More recently, the introductions of NFTs into games has only added to the frustration. While microtransactions are common in gaming, the issue with recent examples is that the games appear to be designed around selling microtransactions, making them more intrusive than usual. So everything's built to make more money after launch. And unfortunately, some of these games, when they launch, just aren't even finished, aren't done well. They don't even operate the way they're supposed to. So here's some of the fan reactions on Twitter. This is the open Star Wars game, huh? I was hoping for it to have like the option to create customizable character, kind of like the Old Republic game, where you can create a Jedi, Sith, Trooper, Bounty Hunter, and explore the galaxy, that sort of thing. And I think that is the overwhelming majority of folks. That's their feeling. When they hear open world, they think something different than a solo campaign story mode. They think open world, multiplayer, customization, all of that. That's fair criticism, like I've said, but it doesn't mean that this is a bad game. I just want a GTA Red Dead style Star Wars game. Yeah, we all do. I think that's something we can all agree on, and that's something that should be made. The problem comes down to how do you deal with that and maintain it in canon? I think you just have to say it's not canon, and therefore what's being done is kind of just off timeline, outside of it, or you go super early, like Old Republic type stuff. Yeah, first, and a bunch of people pointed this out, that this isn't the first open world Star Wars game, kind of neglecting the others that have come before, particularly Star Wars Galaxies. And again, that just shows, like, do you even know Star Wars video games? Like, do you even, just a quick Google search even would have shown, oh, yeah, this isn't really the first open world Star Wars game. It's just, frustrating. And again, this was my, like, this, yeah, Sam, I agree. Please be good, please be good, please be good, please be good, please be good. So let me know what you think down below. Did the gameplay win you over? What are you thinking? Is the fact that you can't customize your character a deal breaker? Are you super upset that this is a female lead instead of a male lead when most of Star Wars fans are male and it doesn't necessarily reflect the fan base? Let me know all of that down below. Would love to see your reactions. And ultimately, let me know, are you going to play this game? Yes or no? If you haven't already, hit that like button on the video. I'll catch you on the next one. Remember, the Force is with you always.